We came out here because we thought it was worth sitting down and chatting with you with a story that came up in regards to your sewer line hookup and the notion that you may not have been compensating the city for this. And we wanted to sit down and talk with you and just have you explain it to decide whether or not this is a story or not and how to proceed. Because at first glance, it sounded strange.
Like what?
It sounded strange. The arrangement sounded strange. So, maybe,
I don't know what.
Well, is your house hooked to the city sewer line?
It's been hooked to the county sewer since it was built.
To the county.
Mm-hmm.
You too. We'll see you, Brady.
But it's not, the sewer line is not connected to the city?
The city acquired it later. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, well, just, all right, so that's
and then, of course,
so originally you guys were hooked to a county line, but
Mhm.
then it was acquired
Mhm.
by the city.
Yeah.
So when was that?
Hmm?
When was that?
1968.
When it was acquired by the city, or when it was put
Oh,
in?
I don't remember. That was done later.
So, long time ago, right? Too hard.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, anyway, so the notion was, and I'm sure you're familiar with what I'm talking about, but that the city, you don't pay a city fee for that. Could you explain how that could be?
For the treatment, that I don't know. See, my dad's gone now, and I don't. Is this being precipitated by someone we fired?
Well, I heard it from a roundabout way,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, I think that's what.
I have spoken to that individual,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but I heard about it in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
But you know, just like you mentioned, he was fired. So we run across these stories,
Mm-hmm.
and people are dismissed, and they're disgruntled employees, and so you know, we just don't run off
Mm-hmm.
and write stories by what
Yeah.
one person
Sure.
says. So
Mhm. Yeah.
we're trying to sort this out because it does sound a little confusing and unusual. Like part of this is, if you were just a regular citizen,
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't be here sitting in your office.
Mm-hmm.
But as an elected county official,
Mm-hmm.
that changes it. So do you think it's fair for you know, you make $45,000 a year working for the people of Riley County? Is it fair that you don't pay a sewer fee?
That I don't
What
know.
I'm trying to get at is that, you know, everybody's got to pay for these basic infrastructure things. And if you don't, and you had an opportunity to pay it and it was brought to your attention,
Mm-hmm.
like even going forward you could pay.
Mm-hmm.
But you've decided that that's not the deal? The
when-
deal was, so do you have proof of this arrangement? Is there any documentary proof that says this was the arrangement?
Well, just there was a letter issued by the former county engineer when this was done and the damage was done and wasn't repaired or done later stuff and I don't know.
Do you have that letter?
Huh?
Do you have that letter?
I have no idea. I've talked to my brother. They've cleaned out the files and stuff when my dad passed away and
Okay,
my mother moved to Salina. So
yeah. So we think well, we don't know where the letter is. So did that satisfy the county and the city? Was the city apprised of this situation?
The city was miles away from there yet. Yeah,
No,
there was
what I'm saying right now is, like, when this came up, did you go to the city and say, oh, this is the arrangement, the long-standing arrangement, which I am going to keep? Does the city know this is this on their radar?
I have no idea. I don't know.
So basically, what happened was, I guess, the county decided to, given the lack of evidence, we'll just say, of this letter or whatever, that they just deferred to your recollections of this agreement.
Yeah.
That's what the county did. And
that's Dan Harden was the
that's
county
it.
engineer. It was his letterhead and signature on the letter and everything.
So as far, so
Simple-
you're
simple
square
one
with the
page.
county. You're square with the county on this thing. Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, you guys, I know you're wanting to you make a living and do this. I've been through hell with the Manhattan Mercury, but
Oh, really?
on fake news. Oh, tons of it this past 2 years. But they sold 1 million papers on my name. And now, if this was generated by the city or something, but it's like knowing the individual involved, and it took us 5 years to get rid of him because of his treatment of quite a few other people. One of them out at the radio station. I mean, this wasn't just a one-time incident.
Okay.
That was kind of precipitated and just pushed it over the brink.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to do that when I first came in 5 years ago.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, and at this point,
This is why
I
we don't
can't
do-
see
this is-
that this is gonna be, other than give you a feather in your hat,
Well, I don't really have
and fill space in the
feathers in
paper.
my hat due to stories. I mean, we write, hundreds of stories a year.
Sure,
so.
oh yeah, yeah.